Question 1. What should you do if your bus breaks down on a highway during the daytime? A. Call for help and leave the bus immediately. B. Activate hazard lights and place a warning device 30 meters in front and behind the bus. C. Park in the middle of the road. D. Unload all passengers immediately. The answer is B. Activate hazard lights and place a warning device. Question 2. When must a driver activate the alternately flashing amber lights on a school bus? A. When the bus is parked. B. When loading passengers. C. When preparing to stop to load or unload passengers. D. When turning left. The answer is C. When preparing to stop to load or unload passengers. Question 3. What is the minimum licensing age to apply for a Class 2 driver's license in Alberta? A. 16. B. 17. C. 18. D. 21. The answer is C. 18. Question 4. What is the procedure for making a left turn in a bus at an intersection? A. Use the rightmost lane and turn sharply. B. Shift gears in the middle of the turn. C. Position the bus in the leftmost lane and do not shift gears during the turn. D. Wait until all traffic has passed and turn from the shoulder. The answer is C. Position the bus in the leftmost lane and do not shift gears during the turn. Question 5. How should a school bus driver handle a situation where students must cross the highway after getting off the bus? Let them cross immediately after unloading. B. Signal them to wait, establish a line of sight, and ensure it is safe before letting them cross. C. Allow them to cross behind the bus. D. Cross the road first to stop oncoming traffic. The answer is B. Signal them to wait, establish a line of sight, and ensure it is safe before letting them cross. Question 6. What is the maximum height allowed for commercial vehicles, including buses, on Alberta highways? A. 3.5 meters. B. 4.0 meters. C. 4.15 meters. D. 4.5 meters. The answer is C. 4.15 meters. Question 7. How often must a commercial bus in Alberta be inspected under the Vehicle Inspection Program? A. Every 6 months. B. Every 12 months. C. Every 2 years. D. Every 3 months. The answer is A. Every 6 months. Question 8. What is the primary purpose of performing a pre-trip inspection on a bus? A. To fill out required paperwork. B. To ensure the bus is clean. C. To identify any mechanical issues that could cause an accident. D. To check the bus schedule. The answer is C. To identify any mechanical issues that could cause an accident. Question 9. What is the required action if a school bus's alternating red lights are flashing while picking up or dropping off students? Proceed with caution. B. Stop and wait for the lights to stop flashing. C. Speed past quickly. D. Honk to alert the driver. The answer is B. Stop and wait for the lights to stop flashing. Question 10. How should a bus driver check the brake system during a pre-trip inspection? A. Apply the brakes while driving at high speed. B. Pump the brakes several times to test pressure. C. Perform a brake response test by moving the bus forward and applying the service brake. D. Only check the brakes at the end of the trip. The answer is C. Perform a brake response test by moving the bus forward and applying the service brake. Question 11. What is the minimum tread depth required for steering axle tires on a bus? A. 1.6 millimeters. B. 2.0 millimeters. C. 3.2 millimeters. D. 5.0 millimeters. The answer is C. 3.2 millimeters. Question 12. When transporting passengers with disabilities, what should the bus driver do? A. Ensure that the wheelchair restraints are properly secured. B. Drive faster to minimize travel time. C. Allow the passenger to sit in any available seat. D. Make frequent stops to ensure comfort. The answer is A. Ensure that the wheelchair restraints are properly secured. Question 13. What must a bus driver do after unloading all passengers at the end of a trip? A. Immediately turn off the bus. B. Check for lost items and clean the bus. C. Drive the bus to the nearest station for refueling. D. Conduct a final passenger count. The answer is B. Check for lost items and clean the bus. Question 14. What is the most important factor to consider when transporting children in a school bus? A. Ensuring the bus is always clean. B. Making sure students are seated properly and the bus follows a strict route. C. Driving as fast as possible to minimize trip duration. D. Letting students board or leave the bus wherever they want. The answer is B. Making sure students are seated properly and the bus follows a strict route. Question 15. Which of the following statements about fatigue management for commercial bus drivers is correct? A. Drivers are allowed to drive up to 18 hours straight. B. Drivers must take a break after driving for 13 hours. C. Fatigue is only a concern on long-distance trips. D. It is not necessary to rest if the driver feels alert. The answer is B. Drivers must take a break after driving for 13 hours. Question 16. What should a bus driver do when approaching a railway crossing? Speed up to cross quickly. B. Stop, listen, and look for trains before proceeding. C. Stop only if the lights are flashing. D. Proceed without stopping if there is no barrier. The answer is B. Stop, listen, and look for trains before proceeding. Question 17. What is the maximum number of passengers a Class 4 driver is permitted to transport in a bus? A. 12. B. 20. C. 24. D. 15. The answer is C. 24. Question 18. How often must a bus operator perform an en route check of the vehicle's condition? A. At every stop. B. After every 100 kilometers. C. Only when passengers are loading. D. During scheduled rest and check stops. The answer is D. During scheduled rest and check stops. Question 19. What must a bus driver ensure when transporting passengers with language barriers? A. Provide passengers with written instructions. B. Ask them to sit in the front of the bus. C. Ensure clear communication and provide assistance as needed. D. Play an instructional video before departure. The answer is C. Ensure clear communication and provide assistance as needed. Question 20. What action should a bus driver take during bad weather conditions? A. Speed up to get to the destination faster. B. Stop the bus immediately. C. Drive slowly and cautiously using low-beam headlights. D. Avoid using lights to prevent glare. The answer is C. Drive slowly and cautiously using low-beam headlights. Question 21. Which statement is true regarding the use of air brakes on a commercial bus? A. Air brakes require no maintenance. B. A Q endorsement is required to drive a bus with air brakes. C. Air brakes should be used only during emergencies. D. A bus with air brakes cannot operate on highways. The answer is B. A Q endorsement is required to drive a bus with air brakes. Question 22. What should be done if a minor defect is discovered during the bus inspection? Report it immediately and continue the trip. B. Ignore it if the bus is working fine. C. Stop the bus and call for repairs. D. Record the defect on the daily inspection report and report it to the carrier. The answer is D. Record the defect on the daily inspection report and report it to the carrier. Question 23. What is a key requirement when transporting vulnerable individuals on a bus? A. Provide entertainment. B. Keep the trip duration as short as possible. C. Ensure their safety, comfort, and secure seating. D. Stop frequently for breaks. The answer is C. Ensure their safety, comfort, and secure seating. Question 24. How should a bus driver handle an emergency situation, such as a fire on the bus? A. Evacuate all passengers, call emergency services, and use the fire extinguisher if safe. B. Try to put out the fire before alerting passengers. C. Speed up to get away from the fire. D. Continue driving until reaching a safer location. The answer is A. Evacuate all passengers, call emergency services, and use the fire extinguisher if safe. Question 25. What is required to upgrade from a Class 5 to a Class 2 driver's license in Alberta? A. Complete the mandatory entry-level training, MELT, for Class 2 drivers. B. Pass the vision test only. C. Drive for at least 10 years. D. Obtain a medical report but no road test. The answer is A. Complete the mandatory entry-level training, MELT, for Class 2 drivers. Question 26. What should you do if the school bus crossing arm malfunctions during a stop? Proceed without letting children cross the road. B. Let the children cross without using the crossing arm. C. Use hand signals and supervise students crossing safely. D. Drive to the nearest garage for repair immediately. The answer is C. Use hand signals and supervise students crossing safely. Question 27. When should a school bus driver use the red flashing lights? A. While driving through a school zone. B. when the bus is in motion. C. When loading or unloading passengers. D. When parked at a stop sign. The answer is C. When loading or unloading passengers. Question 28. What is required to perform a proper air brake test on a bus? Test the brakes only while the bus is moving. B. Perform a brake response test by using the foot valve and trailer hand valve. C. Rely solely on automatic systems to check the brakes. D. Skip the brake test if the bus has been recently serviced. The answer is B. Perform a brake response test by using the foot valve and trailer hand valve. Question 29. What is the primary purpose of the school bus safety crossing arm? A. To prevent students from entering the road. B. To signal other drivers to stop. C. To guide students safely across the front of the bus. D. To provide additional lighting. The answer is C. To guide students safely across the front of the bus. Question 30. How often are bus operators required to update their medical reports for licensing in Alberta after age 45? A. Every 5 years. B. Every 2 years. C. Every 10 years. D. Every year. The answer is B. Every 2 years.